Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more One Piece. Episode 701, 2 and 3. Last set of episodes was so good, man. Doflamingo is such an incredible villain, man. We got a little bit of his backstory, right? We found out that his father wanted to go outside of Mary Joyce, their like land of celestial dragons, to live with common people, and that ended up pretty badly because the flamingo took his life, man. So not only that he killed his brother, he killed his father and brought his head back to Mary Joyce. They still didn't allow him back in. That's why he hates celestial dragons, but because he's still a celestial dragon, he takes pride in that, right? But he also looks down on humans. So what he said to Bellamy is that he wants to destroy everything is kind of true. He hates everyone, man, except for, I guess, his like group, his crew, right? He loves them clearly. He even protected Treble during the battle, man. The battle was getting heated, but we are back to conversation now, and we are getting much anticipated backstory, man. We even got to see Corazon, who looks like a Joker. It looks like he has makeup on, and he also wears a feather jacket just like Doflamingo, and he is very clumsy and he hates kids. Apparently he's beating the shit out of them. So yeah, I still want to know what caused such a young child like Law to come there and to say things like that he seeks destruction and to murder everyone, man. Why? So I'm hoping that we get to learn more about that. And of course, Law's devil fruit has like a secret ability that can get a person internal youth, man, with that youth surgery. I don't know, when they drop that, I just feel like that ability has to be used, or it was used before by some previous user. Who knows, man. But I'm very excited for the next episodes, guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's begin. Like, Corazon is already such an inspirational character, man. He went through same shit as Doffy, right? And he's definitely like his father and mother. It definitely feels like Doffy is not their child, even though he is, right? So Corazon is actually a commander of Navy. He didn't tell Love that, man, but I feel like that wouldn't even matter that much, because Corazon feels genuinely sorry for Love, and Love recognized that. I am so glad that Love heard that speech of Corazon's at the end of the episode, man. That was so heartwarming. He's definitely gonna help Law get cured. That's why he said that he saved his life, man, but it's gonna end in tragedy, because we know that Doflamingo will kill Corazon. And we know that Doflamingo also kills his father, man. I loved that episode with their backstory, because his father, what was his name? Homing, Saint Homing or something. He's a celestial dragon that was born and raised in Mary Joyce, right? Among all these other retards of celestial dragons. But still, he turns out to be such a nice guy, because he knows that he's human just like everybody else, man. You don't have to be like a genius to know that, bro. And he decided to like live this life of a god, right, and to live with common people. But also, when I started thinking about it, yeah, it makes sense that we can say that he is also at the same time very ignorant and naive, for thinking that he could like incorporate himself into like normal human society, man. No way, man, especially if he is close to the victims of celestial dragons, which was the case. It only makes sense that they would get haunted, man. Did you see like all those people who were like putting them on the wall? They were all crying and saying what celestial dragons did to them, and they were crying and it's like they're having hard time like harming them as well. But still, what Doflamingo and his brother and his father went through, I can't like be hypocritical. That was very, very brutal and also very demonic in a sense, right? But obviously we have to understand the pain of these normal people and why they hate celestial dragons. So Doflamingo never actually bought into this shit living as a normal human, man. Even though he was so young, he was already like fully a celestial dragon, like fully adapted to their lifestyle. And despite his father and mother being such nice folks, he wasn't, bro. He was having none of that shit. And I like how he was basically narrating his like mindset, right? The more and more his father was getting on his nerves, right? We could hear more and more pain and anger in his voice. It was done perfectly, man. And when their mother passed away, I think that was like the drop that overflowed the whole glass, man, and that Doflamingo really started hating his father. But then again, we still didn't see like that moment of him killing his father and trying to go back in Mary Joyce by himself. His father was obviously such a nice dude. He even said, spare the kids. He even called the Celestial Dragons to go back. I was naive, at least accept back my wife and children. Nope. They have no sympathy for people like that, it seems, man. Then we have Drop of Low's real name, which is Trafalgar D. Waterlow. Like we have Roger, we have Jaguar Soul, we have Luffy's family, obviously with Garp and Dragon. We had Gold Roger and Ace, I guess, and Ace's mom. All these characters with letter D, right? They scared Celestial Dragon children, like with D. It's like the D is the boogeyman of Celestial Dragons. And when he said like the opponents of the god, enemies of the god, right? It actually makes a lot of sense. So something happened throughout the history. And obviously, D are very good people, but also they're like throwing me a curveball because Blackbeard is also a D. Blackbeard doesn't seem like a particularly nice fellow, right? He has like a completely different view on the world than Luffy. So there is more to that as well, man. We got a nice little hint which makes a lot of sense that they would be like the enemies of Celestial Dragons. That makes so much sense, man, but still we don't know much about the D, man. And Corazon takes up on himself to bring Low with him to try and cure him. He's taking him to all these different places, different hospitals. The way they are treating Low when they saw him and hear about his disease is very shameless, man. Even though they know it's not contagious, they are treating it like he has a worst fucking disease ever, bro, that can like wipe all of them instantly or something. It's very, very upsetting to watch, and I totally feel Corazon for beating the shit out of all of them who are acting like that. And 6 months passed and we had that scene at the end. And now Low prepared the breakfast for him and he calls him Corazon. Bless his heart, man. They both deserve happiness, man, even though this will end up in tragedy without a doubt. And of course, the backstory of Low in the first episode, with his parents being shot, him finding their bodies, his sister burning to death in hospital, his friends dying, the sister that gave him the last hope. That was one of the most heartbreaking stories in One Piece, man. These 3 episodes were too much, man. Like, I will let it sit a little bit and I will tonight rewatch these 3 episodes, man, because I don't want to forget anything out of these episodes because I think that they are very important, man. They seem very important. I will end the video here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.